randomly seeing people.
Here we are. It's Matt and Ethan. We are down by the not Darling Harbour, Sydney Harbour.
It's not Darling Harbour.
This is Sydney Harbour. That is
Yeah.
the Opera House.
It is the Opera House.
It is. We're both quite nervous.
Very nervous for this one. There's a lot of people. It doesn't look like it right now, but there's like a lot of foot traffic.
Yeah, we've been sitting in the van for about 10 minutes.
My biggest concern is like people kind of walk past and
Yeah.
they look concerned.
Yeah.
Like, why am I being filmed?
True.
Just don't walk past.
It's pretty simple.
But they don't know till last minute. We've got like
then that sort of
protection from the
stuff.
doors. How long do you reckon it'll take? Bets?
I'll say 5 minutes. I reckon we'll get like the third person.
Third person that looks.
Yeah, or like walks past. Because like
Maybe.
there's a reasonably amount of young people.
There's
Which is
heaps
good.
happening like on the other side of this van.
Yeah,
No one wants to be where it's nice.
because where all the photos are taken and sort of things like that.
Yeah. Here's the other thing. Like,
Yeah.
do we go, oh, hey, do you want to come for a chat? Or do we hope someone sees a sign and goes, oh, I'll do that?
I think you go, hey, how you going? Like, try and welcome and sort of go, like, we're not just two weird guys hermiting in a van. We are talkable.
Speak for yourself.
Well, I'll help us guide people.
I feel like a lot of
In.
the demographic here is runners. I feel like they got places to be.
Dude, I'd love a runner. That'd be cool.
We can ask them about running.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Imagine running down here every day.
I feel like as soon as we open those doors,
Mm.
I've not seen many people walk past.
Yeah. It's a bit odd. It's a really nice spot. I'd come down here with the van. I never thought about it.
It was a bit of a clutch, kind of last minute decision, and it worked out kind of disgustingly well.
The last two times, we haven't known where we're going to go at all. And then we just sort of go, oh, he'll be cool.
Yeah.
And just works out in the end.
This is by far the best visually striking location, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah.
Third time passed, still no chat. That's alright.
How
I
is
don't
the
want
chord
$2.
line up here? I don't want them to be too...
Oh, pretty bad.
Yeah.
It's an Ethan job. This is where you shake. That's enough. That's enough slack. Is it? Yeah.
It should be enough. If they want to do like a show or a performance.
Yeah. Well, I reckon we'll just have a chat. And if someone wants to cut us off, we'll have a chat with them.
Yeah.
So, you've just recently been overseas, Matt.
I have. I was in Malaysia the other day.
Are you happy I asked?
Yeah, I am, because
Yeah,
now I get
okay.
to talk about it. I've been saving my talk
For
from
this?
you.
Okay, I'm excited. Tell me about it.
It's cool. It's very chill. Had lots of massages.
Yeah?
Yeah,
How was that?
it's fun. They feel your feet and then tell you what's wrong with you.
Or like they might feel like your big toe and go, oh, you've got arthritis in your right elbow.
Literally, it's so similar. They just say, you smoke, don't you? Like, but it's really generalized. It's
Yeah.
like, you know.
That's like fortune telling.
yeah, it's like fortune telling.
You've got something bothering you at the moment. It's like, yeah, everyone does.
But like they can feel your muscles as well.
Feel your muscles.
Well, they feel the muscles in my feet and then realize, okay, well, that's tight. Your leg must be tight somewhere. So they can realize that.
They feel the muscles tight and they
Yeah.
go, your muscle's tight.
Yeah. Well, I think another muscle is tight. From, like, you don't make the connection in my head, at least, that you can feel a foot muscle that then connects all the way to your hip, and they're like, your left hip is really tight, or like hurts, doesn't it? But they did say weird shit,
But,
like,
like,
do you smoke, or you're not getting enough sleep, or stop caffeine and stuff, which I'm like, ugh.
But like say they go, oh, your leg muscle's sore.
Yeah.
Do they just tell you that, or do they offer a solution? Are
Well,
they
they-
like marketing more services? Because then maybe you'll be like, I want a leg massage now if my muscle's sore there. Apparently.
Maybe that's a part of it.
They could placebo you
They could.
into thinking your leg's sore.
But like,
I'm just speculating.
no. There was
I'm
a,
not putting anything
the main
against it
spots that I knew were tight, they figured out were tight
without you telling them.
without me telling them. They just knew. So it worked out.
Yeah, okay. Well, what else did you get up to?
I met a British stranger named Paul on the market stalls.
Paul, shout out Paul.
Shout out Paul, the homeless man in Malaysia that I met from England. You were epic. He sold me a couple books.
Wait, so he was from England
Yeah.
and he's homeless in Malaysia.
Yeah.
How'd that come about?
He travelled Southeast Asia. He got lost. Oh no, didn't get lost. I think he didn't have enough money to travel anymore. Lives in a village there now.
By choice or?
I'm guessing not by choice.
Wow, so he's kind of trapped.
He's sort of trapped, I guess. Yeah.
He's like stuck there.
He's stuck there.
Why didn't you buy him a flight home?
I didn't know. I didn't really. We didn't get into that chat if he wanted to fly home. I guess we were just talking about like life and stuff. It was different.
Because like I don't know what his circumstances are.
It wasn't.
But I feel like if you really wanted to get home,
yeah.
at least like you might not have a home when you get home.
Yeah.
But, like if you wanted to get home, sure you'd be able to put something together.
I don't know if he was per se trapped, but
maybe there by preference.
Maybe there by preference. But he was on. So there's lots of markets like where I was staying, and he set up. He would just put some books on the floor and just stood there, and he was juggling these 2 like paper balls, and I was just like,
juggling paper sounds really hard because it's like light.
Yeah, he said he dropped some on the street and they'd get run over, and he sort of seemed really sad. He was really charismatic and like he seemed really down to earth, but he was sort of also a bit lost, you know, in his mind. You could sort of tell. He was like a character from a movie, like legitimately.
That is interesting. So wait. To summarize,
Yeah,
he's from England. He juggles paper.
Yeah.
He lives in a village in Malaysia.
Yeah.
Near a market.
Yeah.
He seemingly has no desire to get home.
No.
What was his name again?
Paul.
Shout out Paul.
Shut up.
Good on him, man.
He sold me a book.
What
One of
was
my
the book?
favorite books.
Did you already have the book?
Yeah, it's one of my favorite books. I already have the book. And
So you just bought it to support him?
yeah, I bought books twice off him. I went once with another friend down there, and then I saw him again. He was like, he'd pop up random nights. Like he wasn't there every night.
Different locations?
Same location.
Do you reckon he's not even real?
I have thought that.
Do you reckon you kind of imagine the whole thing?
Dad talked to him.
He doesn't sound real.
I know.
I'm going to need like an excerpt of your dad confirming that it was real.
We can get that.
Yeah, okay.
We can get that done.
We'll put that, if we do an edit, you'll see
yeah,
that.
right now. Dad is saying he is real.
Yeah, Dad's saying...
My dad's pretty old though.
Paul's
so
real.
Paul
That's
is
all I need
real.
to
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, Paul's interesting. The food's really cheap. Everything's cheap over there. It's pretty insane how cheap it is. Travel's cheap. Doing everything there is just dead cheap. Like drinks cost like $2. Like a bubble tea was like $3, like Australian,
That's
from like a
pretty good.
proper store.
You'd pay like $8-9 here.
I couldn't believe pricing.
Oh, did you... I made a recommendation for Matt to
Yeah, you
try
did.
Char Kway Teow.
Yeah.
One of my favourites. Did you get it?
Yeah, it's everywhere over there.
Did you like it?
I loved it.
It's so
It
good.
was so good. You know how much it cost?
$3.
$2.
Two, even better. I've only ever had it from Papa Rich, which is like a Malaysian chain restaurant here.
Yeah, okay.
If you know what that is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, you want to come
Do you wanna have a
chat?
chat? We don't have much to ask.
We don't have much to
That's the beauty
ask.
of it.
Yeah.
Do you want to have a chat?
Come have a chat. Come say
We'll
hi.
just ask about your day.
Yeah. How are you?
I'm great.
Yeah.
I'll just put my gear away.
You're
Yeah.
alright.
No worries.
You're our first guest.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
Thank you.
You even get $2.
Yeah. For being on here, you get $2 for being on our show.
I just kindly request you keep it like somewhat close to your face.
Yeah. Yeah. Awesome.
Turn
Wait,
that up.
Turn that up.
Wait, talk again.
Oh, you got everything. You got water, shapes,
Which one is it? 2? Can you
little biscuits.
just speak into the mic
Hello?
quickly? Maybe it's that
Hello.
one. That one?
Welcome to another
Maybe
episode
it's
of
the other one.
Podcast
Yeah.
in the Van.
Oh, that is
Matt and
working.
Ethan.
It is working.
It is
yeah,
working.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what was your name?
Tim.
Nice to meet you, Tim.
Lovely to meet you, Tim.
Please
Uh,
introduce yourselves.
Ethan.
Matt.
I got that.
Matt?
right.
Oh, you
Or
got
Ethan.
it?
I got
Does
it.
he look like
Yeah.
a Matt?
Yeah, absolutely.
Do I
Wow.
look like an Ethan?
Absolutely.
Yeah, right, okay.
Nice. Good call.
Yeah, because I listed him first on the poster.
It's really nice of him.
Does he have like a kind of authoritative kind of vibe about him, or what makes him look like a Matt?
Well, he's so horizontal.
Horizontal.
True. That's smart. I got
Thanks,
that.
man.
I'm around it. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. What have you been doing today?
I had a great day. I was at work.
Yeah. Where do you work?
yes, I'm a hydraulic engineer.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I make the shit run downhill.
Okay.
So you get fresh water to your house,
Yeah.
and all the poo poo goes away.
Yeah.
So Yeah, who ranked us as like the most important thing for health in the whole world. 'Cause
Really?
we provide sanitary conditions. Without it.
Yeah.
You're a part
Fair
of that.
enough.
Yeah.
You are that.
Yeah.
You enjoy that?
I have a great boss.
Okay.
I have a good team to work with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it
Definitely
bring,
makes it better.
yeah. Does it bring you a sense of like joy doing that sort of work? Like, someone has to do that. Like, that's so important, and
Yeah.
like no one thinks about it. Like, you reminding me thinks about it now. It's
You
crazy.
should absolutely do what you love and with the people you love.
Yeah.
It's like, because I used to be a plumber before that,
Yeah.
and having your own crew, like on site, you whip out the jukebox or the boombox, put music on, just
Mhm.
laugh, cruise.
Yeah.
That's what life's about.
Yeah. I work at TradeLink. So I
Oh.
sell plumbing supplies.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What
So
inspired you guys to do this?
I don't know. He had a van, and he's always wanted to do a podcast.
Yeah,
And we were sitting in it once, and I was like, surely we could just back this up somewhere and just talk to random people.
Mm.
And we have like no real motive, or like we don't really have questions to ask. We just kind of thought, if someone's willing to come and chat like yourself, like they'll have something to say. And even if they don't, we can just talk and just.
Yeah. It's more just about getting to know people, and I know it's strange. I think we talk about like smiling and just interaction with people. Like, you're so judgmental sometimes. So people walk past, come have a chat. Like,
Yeah,
everyone's
beautiful.
friendly. Like yourself, you know, you came straight up.
You
You're
told
so
us you
friendly
liked the
already.
idea.
Yeah.
Boost the egos a bit.
Yeah, you know.
And it's good as well, just like with communication skills. Like, I get so nervous just talking to strangers, but I just figured if we do this, we'll just get more comfortable doing that, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah.
Do
Yeah,
you-
communication is key. If you can speak well, you can influence a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, you ultimately want to just like have no fear and just say whatever you want to anyone at any
Yeah.
circumstance. You know.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
What do
just- you go, sir.
We're working on that. What are you doing right now? Just on a walk?
I go for a walk, but I got a little journal and I write things down that I
Nice.
feel about.
Yeah.
I'll read you something that I wrote down yesterday.
Go
Let's
for
just
it.
see what I wrote down yesterday and see what happens.
Go for it.
This is from my friend Taya, and she wrote, "Dear Tim, write yourself a new story."
That's
And
beautiful.
She got nice.
Awesome.
handwriting.
Yeah, that's really nice and cursive.
So I got a to-do list there.
Yeah.
So yesterday, so part of it, I do a great little gratitude journal.
Awesome. We love that.
So I wrote down waking up.
Yeah.
My flatmate made me this really nice chai masala, you know, with the ginger and the cinnamon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And had a lovely breakfast. I did some yoga. I was grateful that I've got a great book to read by Kurt Vonnegut.
Nice.
I can listen to music whenever I want.
Mm.
So, like when I was a kid, you'd have to either have the radio and then you could record the song if it came on to your Walkman to
Yeah.
listen to it, or you have to call in to get it played on the radio.
Yeah.
Go out to the city and see if there was a copy on a disc.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
you can access
It's
music whenever
instantly
you want.
accessible.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, like, but then again, you can sort of bastardize it by listening it on repeat.
Yeah.
So it loses its
Yeah.
It's value,
economic
yeah.
value.
That's cool.
I talked to a girl yesterday that was walking past here, and it's like first it was like, oh yeah, and then it's like, oh hey, what's your name?
Yeah.
Which is nice.
That's awesome.
Did you get a phone number?
You know, I
Or was
just
it more of just like a wanted to have a chat kind of thing?
I didn't want to push it because when I was a bit younger, I was like, can I have your number? Can I have your number?
Yeah.
But now I'm just like, yeah, let's just see what happens, play it out.
Fair enough. I like that.
And I have a job that I like and that challenges me.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Very
Is this
cool as well.
like a regular thing, or you just kind of started doing that?
I used to do it quite regularly, but
Mm.
this little notebook lets me do it outside of nature, which is
Yeah.
where I want to be because I'm in an office all day.
Yeah, for sure.
So, yeah, you guys got a good spot here.
Yeah, we lucked out.
Lucked
we
out.
really
Very
lucked out. It was a
lucky.
bit of a fluke as well, because we were like, oh, where did we go? Last time we went to Northern Beaches somewhere, and it was alright, just not as good of a spot. Now we've got one of the best views
Yeah.
ever.
in Australia, maybe the
yeah.
world, right here.
Have you been here before?
I've been to this park before, yeah, but
Mm.
I just kind of forgot that you could see the Opera House and stuff.
Yeah. It's
Pretty
pretty
cool.
amazing.
So do you always do your gratitude journals when you're out for a walk, you said?
I mean, you can do it whenever you want, but like it's just something I've just started. So yeah.
Yeah, okay. I love
mean,
that.
You
What-
do it when you wake up.
Yeah.
You do somewhat. Do you still do this?
Yeah, I still do it.
awesome.
I really like to work with like gratitude and a bit of meditation and sort of stuff these days. Like gratitude I find is massive. Like I don't know what sort of feeling you get, but like it really just grounds you. I'm guessing that's why you might have started it, because it sort of like makes you go like, wow, you don't really appreciate anything as much.
Yeah.
Do you reflect back on those? Like, does it help to look back through and kind of see what you've been grateful for if you're having a bad
Oh,
moment?
it's the
or-
best feeling. Yeah. Just go back to it. Write down So always start a sentence with I imagine, or I'd like, or I imagine that I'm this, or imagine that I'm that, or imagine I have this. Not in like a greedy sense, but just you imagine how you'd like to feel. And like literally writing it down, well, I don't know, I can't guarantee it, but it's better than saying I'm such a dickhead or something. Like reflecting on a mistake rather than showing.
I feel like writing things as well kind of puts it out into reality. Like when you've got so much stuff swirling around in your head, like whether it's good or bad, it's just kind of such a jumble and you can't really focus on anything. But like writing something down just kind of makes it a real thing, and then you can reflect back on it.
Do you find that? Do you journal as well with the gratitude? Is it like you're writing a bit of feelings or emotions and stuff?
Well, when you journal, Matt, like your gratitude, you'll have thoughts to come up that you're like, oh, that's a good idea, and I'd like to write that down on top of the gratitude.
Yeah.
Do you get that?
Yeah, I get that. Yeah. Okay.
I love that.
That's cool.
I should start doing that.
I heard a method off Jonah Hill's documentary a little while ago. You seen it?
Yeah.
Schultz.
With his psych.
Yeah, with his psych. He interviewed his psych, and it's amazing. Have you've seen it?
Yeah, and when it turns out they're in a green room, and it's all wearing a wig.
It's crazy, but like that gratitude thing that they do, where he just says, say 5 or 6 things, or as many as you want, gracious things, and then you try and think of something, but you just don't, and you just sit in that period of graciousness. You sort of really feel something. You're just sitting in a bit of bliss for a second. Yeah, it's nice.
That's awesome.
I haven't seen that either. You did tell me to watch it.
It's pretty sick.
Did you boys grow up in Sydney?
We grew up in Port Macquarie.
Floodplain capital, yeah.
It's not too bad.
It was bad.
Oh, it was
bad
the
a couple
last
years ago.
one.
Yeah.
Where are you from? Where'd you grow up? Right here.
Straight here.
Hospital.
Yeah, right.
Nice.
Do you live around here?
Yeah, in Lavender Bay.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Rent's exorbitant. Yeah. But it's worth it.
Yeah, I'm starting to discover that moving to Sydney. I'm living in the Shire in Oyster Bay. Cool place, cheap rent. Like, I wouldn't live there if it wasn't cheap rent. But just, like, little spots. Like, and I'm starting to sort of go, oh, that's a cool little area. Like, I never really thought about that because I only moved down 6 months ago. But
from Port Macquarie.
Yeah. So, like, I understand, like, that connection between people paying crazy rent but understanding that it's a really cool lifestyle or area that makes them feel a lot better.
It is really high.
Yeah.
Like, really high. When I first moved a few years ago in Pyrmont, wasn't too bad because I was staying with someone, but I'm in Macquarie Park now, and like I can't afford to live on my own. Like I have a housemate, which is good. Like I love it.
I can't afford to live on my own. I'm supposed to be like a professional 30-year-old.
Does it bother you at all living with other people? Do you get along with your housemates?
My housemate was my bestie before we moved in, and we had like a bit of a massive row because you've got that friendship dynamic, and then when you live together,
it's different.
It's different, and we come from different cultures, from different communications. Like I communicate in a very like subtle way. Like when the cricket was on, he was screaming like, "Yeah!" and I'm like, "Oh man, it's so loud in my room. Do you reckon And he was like, "Oh, cool." He didn't understand. So I got the shits with him the next day. I was like, "Dude, I didn't sleep last night. I'm exhausted." He's like, "Why did you tell me?" I was like, "I did." He's like, "No, you said it's really loud." I was like, "And therefore you turn it down."
Like, different communication.
Yeah. He's like, "You should have just told me." I was like, "All right."
Yeah, some people are very literal. Like you kind of have to be like, turn it down, but you might not necessarily like communicating like that. Like,
no, I don't.
I'm like that. I kind of like hint around what I'm trying to say sometimes because like I don't want to be so direct. And like I like when people are like that to me, but yeah, some people just prefer direct communication, which causes trouble sometimes.
I communicate like that because I think I've got a lot of anxiety, so I don't want to start like a ruckus or a row.
Yeah.
So I try and be subtle about it and not rouse any emotions up, but
like avoiding conflict.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm absolutely.
I feel that as well. Yeah, it's tough. My roommate broke my pool table 6 months ago. Best friend as well, and
did that cause some drama?
Well, like he has a punching bag near the pool table out in the back, and like he just sort of pushed the pool table. Like we leveled it up. It's a slate pool table, so you got to, it takes a while to level. It's on even ground, and then he pushed it so he had more room, and it fell off.
Oh, the table, leg buckled.
Yeah, so the whole table was just out, and like it took me like an hour and a half to put together, and it was going to take me another like 2 hours to fix, and I was just like. And he's like, oh, he just didn't really help. And it was that same sort of feeling. I've sort of gained a bit more confidence to talk to him about that now. But at that time, I was just like, I'd make the subtle hints, but I couldn't go, fix the table, you broke it. Like, it was more just like...
You're more like, it's going to suck having to fix this table.
Yeah, like... but he just didn't get it. And I probably just needed that direct approach with him, but at the time I didn't get it. So I do understand that. It can be really tough.
Yeah.
So you said you're a little bit of an anxious person sometimes. Do you think, did any kind of anxiety come up with the thought of approaching us to talk to us? Or is that something you're pretty
It's
comfortable
something to
with?
work on, like, to do.
Yeah.
Do you think it was a good opportunity for you to work on that?
Why not? I think everything's an opportunity. It depends how you look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that.
See, I know I'm anxious, so therefore I jump at a chance to, like, quell it. Because the
Yeah.
more you do it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's like you can retrain or rewire your brain to go, well, nothing bad's going to happen.
Mm.
I mean, you survived.
What's the worst that could happen?
You've survived every effed up day it's been.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's pretty much
Exactly.
exactly why we're doing this.
Yeah.
For ourselves, but if other people can get a similar experience from
Yeah.
coming and talking to us,
Yeah.
then
yeah,
it's kind of mutually beneficial, which I
Yeah,
think is
for
really
sure.
interesting.
I mean, there's one way of looking at the podcast medium now is that, I mean, you couldn't. This is more socially acceptable than going up to someone in the park going, "Hey, would you like to have a chat?" I reckon 99% of people would be cool about it. They'd be like, "Oh, look, I appreciate it. Why not? Sure." Or they'll talk to you,
Yeah.
but it's not common. Like, no one talks to each other on the train.
Yeah, it is a weird thing these days, just
Mm.
headphones in sort of thing. I think, like, I've always been, like, very, you see, like, TikTokers and they're out in the streets and, like, putting phones in front of people's faces and you're sort of like, it feels a bit too direct for me. Like, I understand, like, it's a good way to go, but at least I sort of thought with this, it's very, like,
Comfortable.
comfortable. You know, we don't want to make it like, come here, hurry up. Like, we want to
Yeah.
interview you for our gain or something, you know, like it's just for a chat. Say hi.
A chat.
Tell me about your shirts. So you got.
Shirts.
I like chess.
You like chess? This is just I think it's Thrills or, is it Thrills? I'm not even sure. Athens maybe? Just a cool shirt I
You got
like.
some Latin.
Mine's actually a Kanye West merch. Don't cancel me.
Yeah. It's a cool shirt.
I just
It's a
like
good
the
fit.
shirt.
Yeah.
I like how it fits. I like a high neck on a shirt. It's kind of my thing.
Mm.
So that's kind of my direction with this one.
What about your shirt? We're going back to the university days?
Yeah.
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 We love that. Respect. Were you playing sport at the school?
The reason I got the shirt is
Yeah.
because there was a fun run.
Yeah.
I don't like running,
Yeah, okay.
but the prize, if you competed, was a shirt.
So you did it,
So I did it.
and you
That's
got the
awesome.
I got the shirt.
shirt. That's awesome.
How
And
far
I
was
swiped one more just because it was lying around.
Do you think a shirt could motivate you to do a lot of things if there's a shirt involved?
For my, for my capabilities, a shirt goes a long way.
Damn.
Yeah.
I love that. That's cool.
Do you have many shirts? Do you have a bit of a shirt collection?
I hate to say it, but I have a few Reese shirts, so kind of like,
Yeah, I don't know about that.
yeah.
I will say I was talking to someone about this today. The Reese shirts are really good. Like, they're good quality and they look nice. The Trailink shirts suck. They're like this ugly blue,
Yeah.
and like the neck's really wide, and they're just no good. So
They're good for cleaning the pipes with. And
yeah, rags, rip them up. Yeah,
I love that.
Fair enough. Yeah, I can respect the Reese shirt.
Yeah. How long was the fun run you went on?
It was just a couple of Ks around the uni.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
What was it for?
I just yeah.
Meeting people, sort of like.
It was within the uni.
Yeah.
So yeah, I went back as a mature age student, which was interesting being around a lot of kids. The way I look at them.
for sure.
You guys studying?
I'm not.
I am, yeah. I'm studying at CSU, which is Charles Sturt, Paul Macquarie University, and I'm about to finish a Bachelor of Business. And then I'm thinking about going to psychology after that. But still figuring it out. I didn't get the university experience, but I'm guessing you didn't either because you said you went back as mature. So was that...
When I first went to when I first went to uni when I got in, but I had to quit when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I was expecting professors in tweed jackets with leather patches on their
Yeah.
elbows and like questioning things and like poetry and then there was like a economics or business stall and they were like, oh, we're raising money or whatever, and they weren't even making cakes. They were just taking the pre-packet crap, mixing
Yeah.
it with water and calling it a cake. I was like, this isn't business. This isn't uni. No one's questioning anything. It's the most boring thing I've ever been. Like, I was like, people even aren't that smart. I mean, generally speaking, like no one. I guess it lacked that sort of. It was more like, if you follow these instructions and write this in a certain way, we will give you the marks.
Yeah.
Too linear.
It's probably a good way to put it. Yeah.
Yeah, my housemate, kind of similar. He went to uni for graphic design, which I do as well, and he said he really didn't enjoy the course at all because it was kind of like how you described, where they show you like a linear way of doing something. They're like, if you do it like this, this, and this, and they kind of have no room for, in that field, creativity or kind of expression, or it's just very like kind of corporate, you know, do this, 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 and you get the marks kind of thing. And so he left because it wasn't what he wanted at all from the experience. So it sounds kind of similar to how you found the course.
Yeah. Well, when you do psychology, and then if you wanted to go and do it, become a psychoanalyst, you'll be able to. I think they give you the ability to have a free thought. You can come up with an original idea.
Yeah.
What would your original idea be?
I don't know. I've thought about sexology, like as a major. That's if that's what you're sort of leading to, is like where you lead what you're. Is that what you're talking about, like area leading, or you mean like free thought in?
Just coming up with an original thought.
Yeah.
Or like proposing an original idea.
As
like philosophical.
Yeah, to look into or something. Yeah. No, it is like the older I get, the more I'm interested in like the mind and how people work. It's just bizarre to me. It is. It's so fascinating.
That's awesome. Well, been an absolute pleasure, lads.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure to have you. Thanks for being our first guest.
Yeah.
You've been a great first guest.
Would you like $2 for being on our podcast?
No, you guys keep it.
Cold water.
Grab a cold water.
Tiny teddies.
No, I'll keep them. Yeah, for someone else for the next person.
That's fine.
This is awesome.
Thanks for coming for a chat.
Yeah.
Really appreciate it. You've been awesome.
It was really nice talking to you.
Yeah. Thanks for beating your anxiety to come up. It's really cool. Inspiring me.
But we might have exaggerated.
Yeah.
It might not have had that much.
Yeah, it might not have been that bad. You came. You killed it.
Cool. Where do I listen to you guys?
We haven't actually posted anything yet.
But is the QR code on there?
No,
there's an @
There's an @ there. I think it says @
Do you have Instagram?
I just deleted it.
Oh.
I'll get it back.
We're on YouTube, TikTok.
Do you have accounts?
Yeah,
there's
no
accounts.
content. All the accounts are done.
At Podcast in a Van.
Yeah.
At a podcast in a van.
Yeah, so a podcast in a van, and it's just that logo. You should find us. And the stuff will be up in the next week or two. We're just editing pieces now and trying to figure out how it
awesome.
gets together.
We're still just kind of figuring it all out.
Yeah, but we're really keen on it. Like, we love it. So
I'll get someone to take a photo of me with you guys. It'll be just for the fun of it. Is that cool?
yeah, that's
that'd
chill.
be awesome.
That'd be awesome. We'd love that. Wait, did you just turn that off? Is there an off button?
No. I just turned him down.
Oh, okay. I was like, did he find an off button?
Hello. Greetings.
On the move.
On the move. Man's getting someone to take a photo.
That's cool.
Oh, this is awesome.
Yeah, I love this. Maybe the photo person can be a next guest. It was Tim, right? You liked him?
Sorry?
You liked him? Yeah. Thank you very much.
Photo or video?
Photo, please. Thank you.
No worries.
What's your name?
Kelly.
I'll let you come say hi, Kelly.
Kelly, come say hi.
Come say hi,
Come
Kelly.
say hi, Kelly.
I set you up.
Yeah, good work. Hi, Kelly.
Hi.
How are you?
Good, thanks.
We'll turn this up.
We're great. Welcome to a podcast in a van.
All right. What are you podcasting about?
Ethan, this is you.
We don't really have any real direction. We just thought
Sorry.
be interesting to just talk to people, and I figured if someone's willing to walk up to us, you kind of got forced into it.
Yeah,
I
you
feel
did a
like-
little.
I feel like
Yeah.
I feel like you were coerced,
Yeah.
so you don't have to stay.
Yeah.
But I figured if someone's willing to come and talk to us, then I don't know, maybe they'll have something to say. You got something to say?
Some direction would be good.
Yeah. Well, what are you up to at the moment? You're on a walk or?
I am. I've met an old friend.
Yeah.
Who just ate a salad bowl and
Yeah.
had a bit of a walk.
We haven't left your friend, have we?
Yeah,
Is
she's
she?
right there. Linda, come over and say hello.
We've got another mic.
Yeah, Linda's welcome to come.
Yeah, so we're just catching up.
Yeah.
Linda doesn't want to come over.
No, Linda doesn't want to come
That's
over.
okay.
Linda's
That's
a bit shy.
Well, you're welcome to leave at any point. We don't want to ruin your reunion.
Nice time with Linda.
Yeah.
Linda doesn't want to join us.
yeah.
If you want to stay, stay.
No, I really don't have much to say at the moment. Sorry, guys.
Well, that's all right. What do you do?
I'll try and find you someone more interesting.
You don't have to find anyone. It's fine.
We don't expect anything of anyone.
Yeah. Wait, can I ask one question?
Yeah.
What do you love? What do you love doing?
What do I love doing?
Yeah.
I love feeling free. I love traveling.
Traveling. Where have
Yeah.
you traveled to?
Around the world, pretty much. Done a bit of Asia, Vietnam,
Yeah.
Laos, Cambodia,
That's amazing.
Europe.
Whoa.
Yeah.
What's your favorite place?
I'd have to say probably Spain.
Spain. Why Spain?
Yeah. Gaudi and all the architecture and
Yeah.
like it's just quite medieval, quite special.
Yeah.
Nothing like it here.
Yeah, okay.
The people,
Yeah.
the food.
Is that your first place you'll be going back to as soon as you go overseas again?
There's more I want to see.
Okay.
I guess.
You want to see everything.
I want to see everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm with that.
And
I love
there's,
that.
I want to do Budapest and a few places like that I haven't been to. So
That's awesome.
that's next on the and Mexico, and I want to go to Carnival in Rio.
That would be so sick.
So a few things to do.
You've got
Yeah.
you've got a list. I love
have
that. A travel list.
Bucket list.
You got to get it going.
Yeah,
That's
true.
awesome.
All right, guys, I better get back to my friend.
That's okay. Thank
Do
you for
you want
chatting.
your $2 for joining us?
Yeah, you get $2.
Oh, that's okay.
You can put it towards your next trip.
Take it just for that.
Budapest?
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe we'll.
It's a
Thank you
start.
so much. I
Yeah.
don't feel like I earned that, but
No,
you
you
did.
did. You've done great. Thank you so much.
have fun.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That got really loud here.
Did it?
Yeah. Your voice was really loud in my ear.
Really? Is it because of the mics on?
Maybe
Yeah.
the headphones. Were
Yeah.
you changing these? That's true.
I don't know if I changed yours, but that I have mine down like
Hello?
this.
Yeah, you were like
Yeah.
really loud before.
Come on, it's so hard to get people. Someone's looking. You get people that slow down and sort of look and they go, and they think about it for a second. They're like, oh, should I do it? And then they go, no.
We got lucky with that double up before.
We did get lucky. That was, I've forgotten her name already. Tim and was it Wendy?
No.
So
I need to really get better at that because I don't know either.
I feel so bad.
Shout out Tim.
Shout out Tim and the Traveller that was here as well. That came up. Like, that's a lot. Like, that she just got shoved a microphone.
And still grabbed it.
And still grabbed it and still started talking.
That's the thing because like people don't know what we're going to ask them.
No.
I still feel like your voice is way louder than mine.
Really? Oh, should we turn these down? Is it
Oh,
just
maybe
'cause
it's
you're-
that mic.
Yeah, maybe that was it.
We got to figure out which one's which.
This should be 2. Okay, we gotta switch them. That's 3. Do you want a quick switch?
Yeah,
There
but
you go.
I don't think we've got them in numbered right. Doesn't matter.
Weren't they? Oh.
I'll just turn it up.
Wait, we'll
figure
just
it out as we
check.
go.
Just check quickly. Is that turn? Oh, it's 1. Okay.
They'll just leave it. We'll just keep them both up and we'll just turn them both on when they start talking.
Hello. Okay, that's that one. Switch 'em. Just so
That was
we
really
know at
smart.
least.
I didn't even think to just do it like that.
Okay.
Quick review.
Review.
Good chat with Tim. First
Yeah.
guest.
Tim was really good. He was chattive. He was talkative. I had a really good time with him.
I had a good time.
Yeah.
Next lady didn't want to hang around as long. Understandable. Got
Yeah,
pushing
completely
it.
understandable.
Still got to hear a bit about travel.
Yeah.
Hear a bit about her travels.
Yeah. Spain.
Spain. Maybe we'll have to do an episode in Spain.
Yeah. Well, she didn't strike me as a traveler. And like the least, when you ask someone like, what do you love doing? And she said traveling, I was like, awesome. It's one of those questions that I always it was always surprising. I love asking Uber drivers and you'll hear the strangest things from Uber drivers. And you're like, that's awesome. Like, that's so bizarre. Yet, like, I wouldn't pick you for that.
Yeah. What kind of judging a book by its cover?
Well, yeah, like you don't...
Should we
I don't know.
check if this is still recording?
We should. I'll just double check.
Just, sweet. Just a bit of housekeeping. Yeah, but I think that's kind of one of the concepts of this whole thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Because so far I've been pretty much surprised by everyone.
Everyone.
Because you always have that first, like, doesn't necessarily have to be bad.
Yeah.
When you see someone, like, yeah, your first thought isn't going to be, oh, she's travelled the world.
Yeah.
Or, like our first episode, like, oh, she's a painter and a ex-psychotherapist.
Yeah.
Like, you just don't know.
Yeah, for sure.
Till
It is
people
crazy.
can start telling you.
Do you want to just press the spacebar on the computer and make sure that's going to? I think
can
it
do
should
that.
be all good. Ooh. It's gonna need my finger. Hi, camera.
Bit more housekeeping.
Housekeeping. Ethan, grab the people.
I'm not grabbing
Very
it.
good.
Is it still going?
Still going. Very strong.
Cool. When's the next person coming?
Oh yeah, how did we pick that as well? They came in within 5 minutes, right? They're pretty fast.
We'll find out. I think I agreed with you on the 5 minutes.
Yeah, okay. I think you did as well. But there is the strange awkwardness with this so far of the slow walk, the slow read, and then the decision.
I feel like I should have said something because I was just kind of looking at them and then they would like shuffle away.
Oh, okay. A girl walked past before. She was reading it, stopped, read it, smiled, and then went, and then sort of looked me in the eyes, and then just walked away.
We
and
need to go wave, maybe a wave.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hi, come for a chat. Yeah. You just need to be nice.
I don't.
It's scary in
I'm
here.
too scared.
We could
to be
maybe
honest.
turn the light on. Do you reckon the light would help?
I don't like.
Okay, turn the light off.
I feel like I'm in an interrogation room.
I felt that.
That was like a jump scare. Not that you're a scary looking person though. It was scary. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of like that this goes up because I'm real fiddly when I'm anxious. And then
Yeah.
I can just kind of do that. It looks like I'm doing.
Are you pretty anxious at the moment?
I'm not too bad. It hasn't been as bad as I was like anticipating.
Yeah. I'm pretty anxious.
You are?
These sort of things, yeah.
Because you don't seem it. You don't look it. Do I look it? Do I
No.
sound anxious?
No.
Okay.
Just slower talking. Like I think when I was talking to
you saying we should talk slower?
No, I feel like I try to once I notice I'm anxious, then I know okay, you're probably going to speak really fast and make mistakes, so just talk a little slower, and then everything will be a little clearer.
Yeah. Okay.
That's how I sort of talk to myself about it.
How do you think the like flow of our conversation's been going? Maybe with Tim, we had a longer chat with Tim.
We did have a longer chat with Jim. I think they've been Jim.
Do you think it flowed okay?
Yeah, it flowed okay. I think we had a few like trying to figure out gaps, but like Tim was happy to talk, and like I love that. But then it's sort of like, and then we all want to like, obviously we just want to interview and chat as well. So then we're asking questions, and then you might get onto each other a little bit.
I feel like the conversation like took a lot of turns.
Yeah.
Which isn't a bad thing at all.
Yeah.
It was just, it segued really quickly to different topics,
Yeah.
which is good, I think.
Yeah, it was
Keeps
cool.
it more interesting.
Yeah. I liked him. I really did like him.
Shout out Tim.
Shout
Oh,
out
you
Tim.
got a photo.
You got a photo?
That was awesome.
That's sick.
I want a copy of that.
Yeah.
We should have asked him.
You'll follow us. Maybe. Oh, you can't just delete Instagram.
This could bring him back to Instagram.
You reckon?
He probably deleted it for like a...
Yeah, maybe.
Probably for good reason.
Yeah, I know. Hi.
We got a nod.
Yeah,
What's
we got
up?
a nod. But, you know... you gotta be nice. Hi, guys. You want to chat? Would you like to come chat? You good? Okay.
Nice person. That's all right.
That's okay. I'm gonna ask.
You gotta ask. You gotta yell. I'm not yelling. You can be the yeller.
Oh, was that a yell? I feel like
Maybe
it's
like
a bit
a
of distance.
Maybe like just a loud.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
That's been my testing sound all
Test,
day.
test, test.
What time is it? 8 o'clock. 8:08.
It's 8 o'clock. Oh my gosh.
It's very bright for 8 o'clock.
It is incredibly bright for 8 o'clock. This is crazy. We're very lucky to be able
Even
to do
if
this.
no one had spoken to us today, that view is just enough.
It's very
That's
much
enough.
enough.
And your company, of course, man.
Aww. You're so nice.
We had a weird. There was a bit of a influx of people for a second.
There was.
People.
Yeah.
I have a feeling people are waiting for the sunset.
Yeah. But is that not already happening? Where's the sun right now?
I don't think we're facing the right way.
Yeah, we're not.
It's still a nice spot.
I'd
when
rather
sun
the
goes down.
colours than the sunset, to be honest.
But I feel like the most intense colours are closer to the actual sunset.
I get that.
I'm no professional. Maybe I shouldn't be commenting.
We're just like out there, and there's like that sort of like that bit of a red, yellow, blue sort of thing. You see that?
Yeah. I don't think the camera will.
It definitely won't, but it very much gets me. And that's why I love parking up at beaches for sunsets. 'Cause it's killer. Or you're out in the surf for a sunset. Oof.
We got to find some more good beaches to park at.
Yeah, we really do.
At least we know every spot we go to is just another spot we can return to if we need.
Yeah, true.
And I feel like the more we can find in different areas, 'cause
Yeah.
then whatever we're closer to at the time, we can just be, we'll go back to.
I'd love to do like Newtown
So-
or something one time. Like just do the busy street. Like find a good spot. Like avoid like some of the really main spots, but just do like a spot that, okay, that'd probably be cool. Maybe like even down a back alley where like someone walks past the alley and they go, oh, what's that?
It's kind of dodgy. Yeah, I love it. That could work. You just, it has to be somewhere that has like I don't know.
Yeah. It's hard to figure out what you want.
Because you can't just be like on the side, like on the street, on the main road.
Yeah.
And have the back doors open. Because like parking's already limited. There's a lot going on.
I think back alley's a good shout, to be honest.
Kind of
like
sus, but like...
But if you could park close enough to the main street so that when you're walking by you can read the sign, then you're sweet.
It'd have to be at not like a crazy busy time as well.
Yeah. But it's always busy there.
That's true.
It's insane there for some reason.
Because a lot of those alleys are real tight.
Yeah, they are.
Like you can't even park in them.
You need to be lucky to get the spot.
You need to find the perfect spot. We'll do a bit of scouting.
Look, we have a lot of luck on our side at the moment, but beginner's luck is always
a thing.
Yeah. When in the search of destiny, beginner's luck will help you guide your way.
It will.
Shout out the Alchemist.
Shout out the Alchemist. I feel like we need to have less conversations on our drives to our location. Yeah. I run out of things to say.
Well, what have you been up to this week?
Just been working.
Yeah.
Done a lot of graphic design work.
That's awesome. You just
got
a new deal. Are you able to talk about the deal, or should we leave it?
It's not like secret, but probably like hasn't really started yet. So
yeah.
I don't want to speak on it, and then
That's
it's
cool.
not a thing, you know.
You got like something cool's happening.
That's cool.
Something really cool. Like I look at it, I'm like, damn, that's sick.
It's something that I'm excited to put like a bit of effort into.
Yeah.
Not that I don't put effort into everything else, but like I really want to like, this is going to be my thing.
Yeah.
Could be.
It's a good entry, like into like where bigger things can grow.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely a good
Just
opportunity.
connections.
So we'll see how that goes.
It's really exciting.
Other than that, yeah, a lot of design work, normal work, a lot of overtime.
Nice.
Back in the gym this week.
Nice. We love the gym.
Because when I was going regularly, we were doing like 5 days a week,
and
I was real strict on my eating.
Yeah.
I got a little bit like obsessive, or like not obsessive, but you know, if I'd miss a meal, I'd be like thinking about it and kind of freaking out. So
yeah,
this time I'm just kind of, especially because I'm easing back in after not going for a couple months, I'm just kind of taking it easy.
It's good.
Still making sure I'm gonna be going.
Yeah.
But not getting so caught up about it. Just as long as I'm getting in there.
Yeah, that's important, man.
Just doing 3 days a week at the moment. So
that's cool.
And working my way back up.
Eating reasonably healthy.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Just like it's just all a balance. It's life. It's yin yang. Like I've been through those periods of gym where you're just like so intense, and like you'll do it for a really long period, and but like I don't know, you'll get to where you want to be, and then you feel like, oh, I want to live life for a bit or something, which feels weird because it's like you want to live life for a bit. It's like what wasn't gymming the way you were before living life because you're so strict with yourself about things.
My hardest thing was when you're in a routine, it's easy enough, but like it's falling out of that routine. It's like surprisingly hard to get back in.
Yeah, for sure.
And I don't know if that's like a reflection of like, you know, the kind of ebbs and flows of your mental state, or if that's just how it is falling out of habits.
Yeah.
But I found it really difficult getting back in. I kind of tried to restart a few times and kind of ended up falling back out.
Yeah.
But I remember when I was in that kind of good routine, it was so easy.
Yeah.
Not easy, but like it just felt so like normal. Oh, gym today.
Yeah,
like
okay.
5 days.
Do you enjoy it?
Do I?
Did you enjoy the routine? Or did it get a little like...
I did.
Yeah, you enjoyed it?
Yeah.
Like, it's good.
Especially when you start seeing some results.
Yeah.
Like, I think that definitely helps.
Yeah, it always helps.
And endorphins and stuff. I don't know.
Yeah.
First is all pretty general stuff. People know this stuff.
Yeah. It was Kelly.
What?
Kelly. That was the name. Kelly.
Oh, good work.
Just hit me.
Wow. What brought that back?
I just thought of it for a second.
I heard a car honk, and like as soon as the car honked, you said it. And I was like, that was Matt's brain making a sound in real time.
I got scared. It was like, name.
Honk Kelly.
Kelly. Shit.
Yeah. Actually, you saying... Actually, no, I'm going to wait to say this. That's fine.
Okay. Oh, while we've got a break, I got a gift for you from Malaysia. I thought maybe we could bring it up.
You're gonna present it to me?
People come in. I'm gonna present it to you. I'm grabbing gift. Okay, so firstly, this is.
Wait. Pull
So
it back away from you. Yeah.
Pardon?
Nothing. Keep going.
Okay. I bought this in a Malaysian temple.
In a temple.
In a temple. Man, this temple was like 100 meters tall. I can't even explain. I couldn't. I didn't take a photo, but it was insane. Like, you look at it and you're like, how did man build this? Like, one of those things where you're just like, this is the
100
presence.
meters tall.
Maybe bigger. It was this massive. I don't know. I don't think it was Buddha, but it was a Buddhist temple, and it was just this massive, with like a little hut over it. It's just insane. It sits on the hill of Penang.
Yeah, okay.
And it's insane. So they have a little gift shop there where they just sell a bunch of random stuff. And they had this, and I thought it was a great gift. I actually even took a photo. I'll show you later. I'll put it up on the screen of the gift in the gift shop to show you that I got it from the gift shop. And here it is. I have put the photo in there, but that was the gift that I got you.
The frame.
The frame.
With the photo, is that part of the gift, or is that?
Yeah,
like
the
to
photos
show
are
that
part
it's
of
a
the
frame?
gift. I couldn't find a photo of you upright, so I thought I'd put Bean in there.
When was that photo? Thank you, by the way.
That's okay.
I love it.
Yeah.
We'll just put a photo of it on the
Yeah,
screen.
we'll put a photo up. But that was. I actually don't know where that was. I'm guessing. I have no clue. I can't even think of the bed. Maybe a
For
few
the off
months ago.
chance that someone's listening and not watching, I'll describe the gift.
Yeah.
It's a picture frame.
Yep.
Inside the picture frame,
Mm.
because I'll get to the outside,
Yeah.
is a photo of our good friend,
Great friend Ben.
great friend Ben, sticking his finger up,
Yep.
laying on the ground,
Mm-hmm.
not sure where. The picture frame is an Angry Birds, the hit 2012 App Store video game.
Yep. It's the one.
The bird has a speech bubble that says rushed. I don't know what,
I don't know. I didn't even notice that, to be honest. Right.
I don't know what that means.
I don't think it means anything.
I don't know. I'm just glad that he's saying something, to be honest.
Yeah, so I bought that. I saw that in a Malaysian temple, and I thought, this is the greatest gift I can give.
Wait, they were selling these
In a Malaysian temple gift shop.
Angry Birds picture frames.
Yeah. Guess how much I paid?
The equivalent of $3 Australian. You paid heaps, didn't you?
80 cents.
Oh, that's all right.
Yeah.
That's a bargain. You'd
Yep.
be silly not to, actually.
So then I felt bad because it was such a silly gift that I got you a real gift, and it's this.
Like, this is less silly.
It is less silly. It's a little cow
That's not
with
a cow,
headphones
that's
on.
a horse.
It's a horse? It's a horse. With headphones on, dancing.
And the headphones are plugged into a dollar sign.
Yeah. I was looking for things that made me think of you, and as soon as I saw that, like I saw this first, and after I was like, that one fits
Was this at
Ethan.
the temple as well?
That was at the temple as well. So you have two.
He's also skateboarding.
Is he? Oh, damn.
I feel like you missed a few details.
I didn't see the skateboard. That's a very strange skateboard. But he's rocking it. We've it's been a while since we've had a guest.
That's all right. We don't need guests.
We're chilling.
We actually.
How was your gift?
We got a crowd,
enjoying
though.
your gift? Yeah,
The
there's
crowd just
heaps.
doesn't-
There's bubbles.
happens to not be for us.
I love bubbles.
I love bubbles as well. I wonder if anyone thinks we're like a news
Surely.
news company.
You just read the sign. The bubbles are so cool. Bubbles are
Pretty awesome.
pretty awesome. Bubbles always do slap. There's a massive car next to the van right now.
Why do I feel like something's about to happen?
Yeah?
Surely,
that feeling?
surely everyone's not just here for the sunset.
I think they are. It is
I
quite
guess-
pretty.
I guess it's a nice time to look because the building lights come on.
Yeah.
The water's all shimmery.
Yeah, for sure. It gives everything to it. So what do you think of your gift?
Which one?
Both.
I like the horse the most.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's the headphones connected to
Yeah.
the dollar sign I
That
like
you
the
really
most.
like the most. Where are you going to
Yeah.
put it? You got a spot?
Either mounted in my car,
Yeah, good spot.
or I don't know. There's always a spot in my room somewhere. Maybe on
Yeah.
my desk,
Okay,
next to my laptop,
that's fair.
because he can watch me while I'm working.
That'd be cool.
You
But
rocking
anyway,
with that?
there's your that's your gift. Do you like it?
I love it.
I love you.
I love both of them. Thank you.
That's okay.
I wish I had a gift to give you back.
Your
Don't.
presence is enough.
Presents.
Your presence.
Thank
You
you,
are
mate.
present.
These are great.
Yeah. Look, Angry Birds for a gag. I guess the horse is still a bit of a gag, but yeah, it was either that or I could get you like a rip-off Buddhist coin. But I thought the story was better. Was the better?
Just the fact alone that
adage.
you bought these in a temple,
Mm-hmm.
because it kind of signifies or alludes to there being something holy about this, or maybe holy is
Yeah.
not the right word, but something sacred.
Yeah, about this Angry Birds,
Birds picture
photo
frame.
frame. Yeah, exactly.
So I'm around.
It does sort of give that.
I feel like we've kind of fallen apart here a bit.
I think we just haven't gotten the right crowd yet of people. I feel like it's a crowd thing.
Yeah.
But I feel like there's still people coming along at points. You know, we might find the right people.
Maybe.
You still get the smiles and people. There was a person who walked past before, gave us a smile, but it's that level of like, oh, that's so funny, but I'm not gonna go chat.
Yeah.
And it's just that.
I would like to.
Maybe we should turn the
But
light
I
on now because I
can't.
feel like we're getting maybe a bit dark and mysterious. Thoughts on that?
I don't know.
Like we are now in a shadowed van.
It's not very inviting, is it?
No. I feel like the light could make a bit more inviting. Of like, we actually have some performance level to us.
I think
Set
I'm
this
just.
thing up.
I don't know. I don't know. I think I'm just freaked out.
Ethan
a
doesn't
bit.
like the light.
No, I think I'm just like freaked out because there's not that many people and everyone's looking the other direction, but I'm still like, I don't know, anxious as fuck, like more
Yeah.
so than before.
Okay. Do you feel like it'll help you anxious, or do you feel like it's gonna not help you anxious?
I don't know. There's definitely more people who are in the camera shot. I think the camera shot's like a pretty small. There's a lot going on here.
There's a
At
lot
least
going
on
on.
the side that I can see.
Yeah, but like we can also just focus on each other and I don't know, wait for other people to come up and take photos. Isn't it interesting, like people who different types of photo takers? Like I would never sort of want a photo like that. Not there's nothing wrong with that photo, but it's just not my type of photo. Is like getting it right in front of something like that. I'm the very like I'd have to do something silly or like sort of act in a strange way or I don't know, have a bit of a funny photo with it. Like I can't take those like serious types of photos.
Yeah. Specifically in front of, like I guess we are talking about the opera house
Yeah.
here, but I know what you mean just in general.
Yeah.
I don't do that. I don't get photos taken really.
Yeah.
And if they are, I'm probably doing something silly as well.
Yeah.
I don't really have a desire for
Yeah.
like a, like a thumbs up. Did you almost get
She got to
something?
ask. Yeah, she had to ask her mum. It was a child, a
Oh.
younger person.
We'll get mum here.
Yeah. Oh, she's coming back. No, the mum might be running away. It's
That's
a
fine.
possible no. They're gone.
It happens.
It does happen. I feel like the light. I think we need it. Just chuck it on. There you go. That
Okay.
creates a bit more. Does this seem more inviting? Does the light seem more inviting?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Your is this your daughter?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's very cute with the bubbles.
Thank you, Appreciate it, man.
The light it is.
The light it is. I love the light.
I was kind of rocking with the murky van.
The murky van does seem cool, but
The mystery machine.
I still want to do that on it. So I guess hopefully my parents don't watch this, but I booked a ticket to Egypt, which you know about,
I do.
for April. And I'm very excited. Going to Egypto to go discover things. And
Discover things.
see the pyramids and stuff like that. I'm so
I'm
keen.
with that. So, from what I've heard,
Mm.
you booked no return flight
That's correct.
and no other flights while you're
No.
there. So you're figuring it out.
My idea at the moment is I wouldn't mind getting an apartment a studio in Berlin. And
When you say getting one, like renting?
like rent one, either an Airbnb or try and get an apartment for a period of time, if possible. I know I'm probably underestimating the difficulty.
You could backpack for a bit.
I do want to backpack for a bit, but I also want to like settle somewhere for a little bit and like actually live in like the country with my own space where I can do my own creative stuff. And just knowing of like Berlin and stuff like that, it really, like, if there's that creative spark there, which I hear from everyone, I want to be able to have my own space and not have to go back to a backpackers where I'm sitting on my computer on a bed or like in an area. Not that that's, I don't know, I just really feel for a space.
I'm sure you could find something, like maybe an equivalent of like flatmates.
Yeah, for sure.
There might be a language barrier potentially, or there could be other tourists kind of looking for something similar.
Yeah.
Because like, I don't know what what housing's like over there.
Yeah.
Because I know here,
It's
getting
pretty,
a lease is pretty tricky.
Yeah.
Like you wouldn't be able to if you're not a resident.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure it'd be difficult.
Even if it was an Airbnb, like, and if you get a monthly rate or something on it, or a 2 monthly rate, and I could just stay there. Like, I have enough money that I could do that. And even though I know it'd be probably a bit more expensive than actually being there, it would just that experience of really living in a city. I want to be in the city. I don't want to be on the outskirts. I want to be amongst it, where I can just leave, go to a coffee shop, walk down the street, and there's just, museums or galleries, or you can go out at night and go to, I don't know, see music and stuff. Like right amongst it.
Do you think, like, you've kind of set Berlin as your destination? Do you think it could be worthwhile just backpacking there for like a bit, getting a scope, getting a feel for it? And I guess you don't really know what it's going to be like to live there until you do it.
Yeah.
And then maybe you could suss a few other places in Europe.
Yeah.
Just maybe, who knows?
I feel that too. But
I feel like you'll have the opportunity to scope it out anyway.
Yeah.
Because it's not like you're going to be able to go straight into a long term.
I know Egypt will be good because it can just be that starting, whoa, this is insane. And then after that, okay, well, I've got plans if I really want to settle in like maybe England, maybe Berlin, maybe Amsterdam for like a bit, and then like, oh, maybe I'll go to Lisbon or like, and I can sort of go, okay, where am I thinking? And then just sort of backpack around that period and then sort of go, okay, well, at least you got some idea of what you want to do and where, which I think would be really cool.
Yeah, I love it. Music was something you wanted to do there?
Wanted to do there. Yeah, I don't know, I've been starting to play guitar a bit more, and it just really interests me, creativity. More interesting me than my business degree and that aspect of life.
Which you'll always have anyway.
Which I will. One of my books I'm reading at the moment, The Alchemist, shout out, an insane book, talks about, it's a fable about destiny, and it talks about this shepherd who has a vision of going to Egypt. This isn't why he went to Egypt, but to find this treasure. And he has to do so, he has to sell his sheep. And he realizes that he can always become a shepherd again. No matter what happens, he can make his way back to being a shepherd. So why not follow his destiny because he's like, do I sell my sheep? And then what if I lose everything? It's like, well, he can just build up his sheep again and be another shepherd. So that's how I sort of see it in my mind of like, well, I already have all these things. I could be where I am again. I know I could be. So I know how to do it. So why not go after what I want in the fear that I might not get it or I lose what I have, because I know I can get back what I have now. If that makes sense.
That does make a lot of sense. No, that's really interesting. I think it's a good outlook, because a lot of people do just get stuck doing the same thing.
Yeah, I get that.
In fear of like, oh, what if? But I feel like there is kind of different things that come into play depending on your circumstance.
Sure. Yeah.
And I feel like your particular circumstances work really well for that idea. Being, single. Yeah. Like you've been able to build up to a successful business to start. Yeah. And then, you've kind of got nothing holding you down. Yeah. So I think you're the perfect specimen to do it.
I'm pretty lucky. I know that some people can have like family issues or relationships or jobs that sort of get them sort of like even further down that mindset of, oh, but if I leave, I lose so much more. And I think I've just been lucky to sort of have this period and realization of, well, if I lose all this, I know I can come back. And I already have a backup plan in mind if I come back with nothing. And
Is it a top secret backup plan?
No,
Sure.
it's well, I'm wanting to study psychology as well.
That's right.
So I'm just like, well, I'll live in Sydney. I'll get on youth allowance if I need to, and that'll pay for rent.
Really?
I'll start reselling on eBay again.
Yeah.
And like there's
bits and pieces.
And it'll come back together, and then eventually I'll have enough money. I don't know. Hopefully I make money when I become a psychologist.
Do you have an idea of the kind of work you might be able to do while you're overseas?
Yeah, I've looked into like house sitting, and there are places you can go and just do work, and they'll give you free accommodation, like at hostels and stuff. So like you work 2 days, have 4 off, or like 4 days on, 3 days off, or 5
Try out
hours.
a few different things.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So, yeah, been thinking about that. Hey there, how you going?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just been thinking about that.
I love it.
Yeah, you do.
I love it as much as my Angry Birds picture frame.
There's nothing that's gonna beat your Angry Birds picture frame.
There could be.
Yeah, I've been finding it a lot easier to talk without the headphones on. Have you tried that?
I have to have them in.
Really?
Someone has
Yeah.
to be checking.
Maybe
No, not for like personal preference.
That's fair. Okay.
I've just kept mine on because you've had yours off, just in case it stops recording.
That's fair.
I guess it's not
That's
really
nice.
the end of the world. I can always just check it every now and then.
It's something weird about hearing your voice that just makes me go. Ugh.
Let me try with it.
Okay, you can go.
I think that is a lot better.
Yeah.
Because the only problem is, I feel like naturally, if you can't hear it, you kind of end up drifting away a bit.
Yeah. That's fair.
So you're kind of more conscious of the volume.
Yeah.
That's probably the only benefit.
That's fair.
Because I will say,
Mm.
having it in my ear is probably making me more anxious because, like, as well as being like overwhelmed, like visually,
Yeah.
I've got like my own voice
Yeah.
going into the side of my head, which was a lot.
It's like 2 conversations, and I can't.
And your brain's
even-
kind of trying to process both.
You're trying to hear like 3 things going on.
It's a lot.
It's too much.
That's okay.
I can listen for a bit.
We can always just like, hello. Oh, nothing comes out of this side. We're gonna have to fix that.
True, yeah, we do have to fix it.
Whatever.
It's good enough for now.
It's good
View
enough for now.
is spectacular.
We might have to stop soon because we don't have any light.
True. Maybe the part of it is just having to stay and just sort of sit through. Like, we might get someone in right at the end, and then you just cut it if we have to.
Well, I think we'll definitely end up cutting it.
Yeah.
'Cause, there's definitely been a few moments
A few moments of...
of nothingness.
There has.
I was just getting like hella overwhelmed before,
Yeah. Lots of people.
and I was just like, I just kind of shut down a bit. I didn't know what to say.
Yeah, I get that.
But that's okay.
It's interesting.
No
It's
one
like-
wants to talk.
It's psychology. It's interesting psychologically
Yeah.
to sort of see who comes up. People read it. They sort of go, no.
Every time someone's here talking to us, I feel so comfortable.
Yeah, same.
Like so comfortable.
Yeah.
Because, like, I think.
It's an acceptability.
Yeah, but I think that's like it's good that we feel comfortable when they're here.
Mm.
But I feel like when they're here, I don't feel as anxious about the people around
Yeah.
and what they might be thinking because
Yeah.
we've got someone here talking to
Yeah,
us.
yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? So I want to kind of try and work past that.
If
and
you
not
keep-
be conscious of everyone that's around is literally just doing other things. Like, no one's even looking at us.
If you just keep in your mind that everyone, like, you've someone's come up. Like, I could think personally of our first ever guest. Shout out Susanna.
Susanna.
Who just was
So I've
so
been keeping up with on
positive,
Instagram.
and yeah, we are keeping up with her. She's doing some great artwork. Great
Shout
work,
out
Susanna. But just like how positive, you just need to think about like the people have come in the past. Even though there's no one coming right now, that doesn't mean that more people aren't going to come.
I don't think it's people not coming that's making me anxious. Though.
Okay.
I think it's more just the amount of people that are here.
Yeah, I get that.
And there's like a lot going on.
Mm.
Like
Yeah.
Just like it's like kind of overwhelming.
Yeah,
I
but
suppose.
like you said, there's like no one focusing on us. Like
No, not
we're
at
probably
all.
focusing on more people than that
Yeah.
are focusing on us.
Definitely.
Strangely, but
I wonder if the kind of setting, like the crowd, could deter people from talking to us.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah,
Because they might be like, oh, I don't want to talk. It's really loud.
I feel like the longer you stayed here, the better the crowd would get after the sunset. Is that because I reckon all the tourists would leave, and you'd have like more locally sort of late nighters or people who live close by that are walking home or something like that, while everyone else has hit the sunset. So you get like all the picnic people sort of coming back.
Wouldn't just be the sunset, but you've got the night shot of the Opera House in the city. Like that's
Yeah.
it's a bit
That's
of a
fair.
spectacle.
Thursday night. Odd. Maybe this is just every night.
It would be. Think of where we are.
Yeah, we are at the centre of Sydney. The city, the CBD.
The Sydney, the one and only.
Yeah, the Opera House. What a strange looking
I'm kind of indifferent to it.
architecture. Yeah,
I like it. I think it's cool.
I love it too. I think it's
But-
very cool.
I don't know.
It's very interesting.
Maybe I'm just I just see it all the time, so it doesn't excite me as much as some people.
It does excite a lot of people.
Although I do understand being a tourist or
Yeah.
just not from Sydney, even you could be just from somewhere in Australia. Like
Yeah.
you want to see the bridge and the Opera House.
Yeah, you've got a great view. Yeah, you've got the city, the Opera House, and the bridge.
What do you got? Just the
I just
Opera
got the
House?
Opera House and like sort of down the street a bit. You know, that's all we got.
That's alright.
Yeah.
I'm happy with my view
You happy with your view?
and my horse,
Yeah.
my headphone horse.
Your headphone horse. You have got a really cool headphone horse. And he's like nearly like dabbing. The dabbing
Yeah.
headphone horse.
Somewhere and skating.
Yeah. I feel like picking the area will become a bit of a thing for us. We know if we go to Newtown or like we go to certain places in the inner west, we'll get people. Like, 'cause you'll get
Yeah.
Newtown is like probably the least judgmental place ever. That you're just gonna start. Well, you reckon?
Still a variety of people
Okay.
everywhere, but it doesn't really matter.
Yeah,
I think
fair.
you'd have more people willing to chat for
Yeah.
sure. Definitely. Like this is not a good interviewing demographic.
No, we like the spot. The demographic.
Definitely a time of the day thing.
Yeah, for sure.
I reckon on a weekend.
Maybe
I don't know.
hard to get a
know.
spot too.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing. Lucking out with an actual spot here. Is it timed parking?
It was 2 hours.
Okay.
I think we're pretty good. We can maybe go till that length and just see how we go. I do enjoy just sitting here and sort of relaxing. Like, it is an insane view for what it is.
Oh, it's awesome.
I'm keen to edit this week, finally.
And hopefully not have any Google Drive issues.
Yeah, hopefully.
As we've found.
I started Casey Neistat's film course this week.
Yeah.
It was really interesting just hearing him talk. He's just so confident in everything he does. Like, he's like, let's go outside and find something to film. Like, there's always something. There's always a story somewhere. And he just goes outside and, like, he shows that you see these people making noise on the street. I always find it so annoying when people are making noise on the street. Like, this is something I could make a movie about. And he just sort of talks about these, like, super small things. Like, what's something that annoys you? How could you show that in, like, a story format of how to connect with an audience, how it's so frustrating. And he talks about, like, his famous bike lane video where he shows that the bike lane's always blocked in New York. So he gets a ticket for it, explains it on the screen, and then the rest of the video is him on a bike hitting things in the bike lane constantly.
Yeah.
And just running into
expressing
things.
his frustration.
Yeah. And it was really interesting to hear his take on that and how that worked, you know?
Was that just like a concept idea?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and it worked. Like, it's one of his biggest videos of all time. But, like, the whole thing was, like, I think he goes outside, he gets 5 video ideas, and he goes, yeah, none of these ideas are great, but he's like, it's not about the idea, it's about how the idea is done and, like, how you execute the story. And then he talks about, like, the most expensive plane seat video.
Yeah, I've seen that
It's
one
his
as well.
biggest video, and he's like, by any means, he's like, that was the dumbest, like, it's a good plane seat, who cares? But, like, apparently heaps of people, he did it really well. He showed, like, how great, because he was really passionate about it. He just talks about passion and story.
And do you think he naturally has that passion for things, or do you think he exaggerates for videos?
I think, like, there's always a level that you push it. I think a lot of us are maybe suppressed in how much we think we can elaborate. I was in the airport at the time in Singapore when I was watching this, and I was thinking, like, it's just crazy that, like, there's thousands and thousands of people walking through here from every part of the world. It's a central airport.
You should have made a video about it.
I was thinking about it, and I was just like, it's so bizarre that no one says anything. There's millions of people, like thousands of people walking past, like every 10 minutes nearly, like one big spot, and it's just insane. And but that's the thing. Like, he has such confidence to just walk out and do that, and I was just like, I don't not have the confidence to put a camera and sort of zoom myself out and just sort of speak out loud or be too much like that, because I think it's like this suppression of no one does crazy things like that. It seems crazy.
So you want to try and push yourself to do more things like that?
I think I want to push things that I'm passionate about doing, not for the sake of like I want to get views or like this is for something great. Like if I really feel passionate of an idea, then I'll push myself out of my comfort zone. But if it's just for like, if it's not for the right thing, if it's to, I guess it's like you could say posting on Instagram for the likes or posting on Instagram because you want to, express like some photos and show your loved ones, or like you feel creativeness around it.
Yeah, okay.
Like it's that difference of what are you searching for, the gratification or like you're something inside of you that wants to do it.
Do you have any ideas of what that first thing might be for you?
For a video? No idea.
You're passionate about?
No. Not too cluey on it yet.
Maybe we can brainstorm ideas right now.
We could.
Matt's first passion project.
Well, you've got to make a video. It's a lesson thing. It's like a month thing. So I think I do have to make a video for this Casey Neistat.
And like submit it to him.
Yeah.
Does he like it?
I don't think he goes through them, but like it's like I think it's just like a forced course. There's heaps of people in it. I already had some guy message me the other day, and he saw some of these videos. He was in like Iran interviewing people on the street, like TikTok style. He's like, "Hey, I just wanted to get to know you because I saw you on the Casey Neistat course. My name's blah blah blah. Nice to meet you."
It's interesting. Did you talk to it?
I haven't messaged him back. I just sort of saw it, watched the video, and then.
Are you going to?
Yeah, I might. I'll say, "Hey, how you going?" He seems cool.
A friend. Yeah. I liked the airport one.
Yeah, just like.
Yeah, like because you can kind of propose the video as just like a. Do you ever think about how weird airports are?
They are.
You can kind of
bizarre.
open with like a statement like that.
Yeah.
Because chances are majority of people that hear that will go, yeah.
Yeah.
Kinda.
Like, we're sitting in there for like 4 hours, and there's just people sitting everywhere. No one talks. No one does anything. Like, you get dirty looks from people. It's this weird thing these days, and I think Tim was mentioning earlier, like where people don't talk on trains, and it's just so bizarre. This human connection sort of just like there's someone there that lives in Amsterdam and someone that lives in Australia, like completely different parts of the world. They're going to their different spots, and although they may be tired or like they've been traveling a lot, but there's this like bizarre place where a connection can be made where like it would never be made anywhere else because they're just everyone's so far away.
But do you think that's something that's like on set and become a thing, or do you think that's kind of always been a pretty natural human response, is to kind of shut off with things that you're unfamiliar with?
I guess
such as people or like locations.
Yeah, maybe it's just the airport. Maybe if you think back in time, if you were at a port and I don't know, port of Singapore, would you be interacting with someone from that area?
Hard to say. I don't know.
Maybe you wouldn't like those people.
You do find people occasionally, like the odd person that will just start having a chat.
Yeah.
About, say that's like sitting near you in the airport, but it's rare.
Yeah.
It's rare. You do have a lot of language barriers at airports.
Yeah, for sure.
But
airports are wholesome. You see people sitting there. There's people playing cards. There's little girls playing with dolls. Like I saw an old couple walking along together, and they were just like walking so slow. And I slowed down to walk behind them at a point, just because they were just like taking everything in, and it was really cute. It was sort of wholesome.
That's something I want to do more of, is like absorbing my surroundings, not walking behind other people. I want to slowly walk behind people more. Just like kind of taking in things that are around me. I'll show you a little thing in my phone. Have I showed you this?
No, I don't know.
So
keep on the prowl.
I was driving once. Yeah. And I was on the phone to my mum. Yeah. And I was in a really damn, that was an interesting one. Yeah. I was in a really pretty area. And I was kind of looking around, and I just had one of those big dopamine hits, and I was like, fuck, it's really pretty here. Like, it's really nice here.
Cool.
And I was just thinking, I don't like absorb this enough, and I was talking to my mum on the phone about it. Anyway, fast track. I got home, and for some reason that night, I had a fortune cookie. And I never eat fortune cookies.
Yeah.
Like, someone just had a fortune cookie, and they're like, "Do you want it?"
Yeah.
Cookie. So I opened it up, and I'll show you.
Okay. Bizarre. We love... Oh, so you have it. Don't forget to take a look around you. Wow.
The same day that I was literally thinking and talking to someone about how just, like...
Hey, how you going?
That's all right.
That's
Do you
okay.
wanna chat?
You in a chat? Come have a chat, please. Damn it. No close. That sounded desperate. I'm not doing that again.
that was pretty bad. Please.
Oh, please.
Please, we'll pay you.
It sounded interesting.
I think that would have been. But yeah, fascinating.
That is crazy.
I wouldn't say I'm what's the word? I don't know. Not really a spiritual person.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just thought it was interesting, and it was a fortune cookie.
I'm falling more into the... So I started...
It's not really a fortune either. Just wanted to put that in there. Sorry, continue.
Paul from before. From Malaysia.
Paul, yeah.
Yeah. When you mentioned he was not real, it sort of hit me of like one of those... You know a story like Bruce Almighty, where like he meets God and like God's there and he's not? Like, he reminded me sort of like that. I met him the first night. Cool. And then I met him the second night and I bought this book from him. I'd read a couple of times called The Alchemist. And it's a really good book. I was talking about before. And it just connected with me. It hit me at the right time, and I really do have this belief where like some books you need to read and then come back to later, and they'll really have an impact. Like if you...
So this was the second time you'd read it?
Second time I read it the first time when I was in Tasmania earlier this year on my trip, and then I just started reading in Malaysia, and it just sort of really perfect timing of everything that I expressed of sort of...
Were you kind of like implying that there was some kind of destiny or fate that you would meet this guy and end up reading that book again?
Yeah, nearly. And I love it. Like, I'm such a romantic, and like I love the idea of trying to create some sort of story for my life or a destiny. It gives me like more faith. And in the book also talks a lot about that in a way. It's a very optimistic book. Like, always look for like omens, which are like good signs in your life, and take those omens and you'll follow a path.
Do you have any kind of idea of what that might be for you, or are you more just kind of following and seeing what happens?
Of the omens or the book?
Of this like destiny that you speak about.
I think destiny is the same as what you want, what you think you want to do, but you're too scared to do it. I think that's what the metaphor is in the book of, if you believe in something, you have a dream. This guy's a dream to go to Egypt. I have a dream to try to be creative with my life, try to make music, try to make art in some form. And it's completely off track to what I usually do. But it's there and it will never leave me. And if I don't say something to it, I'll probably regret it and die not going, I stayed here to be safe when I could have gone out and done what I've always wanted to do.
I feel like you hear it a lot when like older people are asked for advice, to give advice.
Yeah.
And a lot of them seem to say like their biggest regrets are the things that they didn't do.
Yeah.
I feel like that's kind of pretty much exactly what you're alluding to.
Just the book, I'll give it to you for a read. It's a really cool read.
I'll read it.
But just...
Do you have it here in your little book collection?
I don't. I actually lost it the other day. I need to find it. I think Mum might have it. Or the
Paul
copy.
is not going to be happy.
He won't be. But the book was really cool. It had little inscriptions in it. Someone had already read it and were writing like little lines.
Oh, little notes.
Yeah. So it's
That's really cool,
I added to
actually.
the notes as well.
What did you think about the notes that were there?
It's cool. Like, you're sort of reading someone else, like
Someone's thought
process of what does this mean, and like I learned from it too. I'm like, wow, like that really connects with me as well.
Did they kind of highlight things that you wouldn't have picked up?
A couple, yeah. And
That's
then
actually really cool.
I highlighted a few they didn't pick up that I thought were quite beautiful as well.
If only you could get that back to them somehow.
Yeah, true.
They should have left their address in the back.
I hope they're well. I don't think it was Paul's book, but there were lots of notes in it. It was a cool book. It was a cool find for like, I don't know how much it was. It was 20 ringgit, I think, which is like $5 or $6.
That's
$6.
pretty good.
which is expensive for Malaysia.
I kind
to
of
be
like
honest.
the fact that it had notes in it.
I loved it too. It's cool.
You get a little bit of insight into the person that wrote it.
Yeah, that person that read it before and how they feel with it. It's cool. But yeah. I won't spoil the book, but it's just a journey of self-discovery and beauty in a way of like it's the journey. I guess it's like the journey is what it is, you know. Like it's the journey. If you just stay in the same small town or like the same job that you have that you don't want, what journey are you having? Not much. Like you're there, but if you go on this destiny trip, like you're gonna have a journey and you're gonna feel good about. I think the quote that hit me the best was if I die going to Egypt, which I am going to Egypt, if I died there, if I got killed by terrorists, I'd be fine. I'd be like, well, I was doing what I wanted to do. I'm happy with it. I know that sounds like a bit strange to it, but at least
you'd be dead.
I'd be dead, but at least I was doing on my path to something that I wanted instead of like sitting around still scared and fearful of, what if I lose all my money, blah, blah, blah. Like, I could get hit by a car tomorrow. And then I'd be like, oh, fuck, you're an idiot.
No, I love that. I think that's a good intention to have in your mind when you go somewhere and follow your little path that you've set out for yourself so far, which I'm very curious to see where you end up.
Me too.
Location-wise.
Yeah. But, like, obviously, if I'm still enjoying this in 4 months, I want to come back and do this with you. Maybe buy a van and go abroad.
Buy a van that flies.
Yeah.
And can go underwater.
Yeah. Interview the fishies.
A flying van that can go overseas.
Yep.
That has enough capacity to fly overseas.
Is there such a thing?
There'd have to be. Definitely not.
No, there isn't.
We could just get a plane, podcast in a plane.
Someone's going to do it
open
soon.
The hatch in like a big, massive one of those big, like cargo planes. Just like open the big hatch. And
but like, where are the people? Where are the people? They're on the flight. They're
Egypt. Just pull up next to one of the pyramids.
Bruh. It'd be crazy to climb one of. You see the people climb the pyramids?
Are you allowed to climb them?
No, but like people like run up them before the police get to them. No, like like people with a camera.
How far do you reckon you can make it? They're pretty big.
Like the people who do it, like they know what they're doing. They're like, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna jump the fence. Because it's not. I don't even think it's a fence. I think it's just like a rope or something. It's not much. There's not much. Like you're allowed to go to the bottom of the pyramids, at least from what I've seen. Maybe it's changed in the past 5-10 years. Man's pumping.
I don't remember my phone being off silent. It's weird.
Damn. There's lack of people walking by these days.
Yeah.
We've had a couple of. We've had 3 people go whoa, but no come up.
I've not been very inviting.
Yeah. It is, maybe I should try and take this view in a little more. It is pretty insane what we're looking at right now. But, we've had a girl came by and her mum didn't let her come on.
Fair.
Very fair.
You don't know what we're going to say.
You have no clue. It's extremely fair.
Like, that's a risk.
Yeah.
It's a risk that I would take, but I can understand a mum not taking.
Hey, mate. How you going?
So close.
So close. And then there was that couple that walked by. They seemed enthused. And there was that person who walked by before and said they're doing a podcast in a van, but I don't reckon he read the sign.
You reckon... Because,
it's obvious. You can't...
Here's another thing. Walking straight past, right?
Yeah.
You've got a small window of seeing what's happening.
Yeah.
A lot of people will keep walking. So if all they see is podcast in a van... They're just going to think this is like an information sign with our socials on it.
Yeah.
It actually says come have a chat.